Does coffee cause cancer? The real science behind coffee and cancer risk. Hi everyone, welcome back to another deep dive into health science. Today we are unpacking one of the most debated questions out there. Does coffee actually cause cancer? Coffee is part of billions of people's morning routines, yet it's often accused of being a silent health risk. You have probably heard things like coffee full toxins or it increases cancer risk. But what does real science say? Let's explore what the research truly reveals and what's just myth. How the coffee cancer debate started. For decades, coffee has considered suspicious. Early studies in the 1970s and 80s hinted at possible cancer links, particularly bladder and pancreatic cancer. But here's the twist. Those studies separate coffee drinking from smoking habits. Back then, most heavy coffee drinkers were also smokers. When scientists later corrected for smoking and lifestyle factor, the connection between coffee and cancer virtually disappeared. So most of those scary headlines were based on incomplete data. What modern research says? Let's jump to what we know today. In 2016, the International Agency for Research on Cancer, part of the World Health Organization, reviewed over 1,000 studies on coffee and cancer. Their conclusion: coffee is not classified or carcinogenic. In fact, many studies now suggest coffee might even have protective effects against certain type of cancer, especially liver and colorectal cancers. That's right. Coffee could actually lower your risk of some cancers than consumed reasonably. Coffee and bladder cancer, the myth that started it all. Let's revisit the infamous bladder cancer theory. For years, people believed caffeine irritated the bladder and increased cancer risk. But after reviewing 10 large prospective studies, scientists found no significant connection. Once again, smoking was the real culprit. When researchers separated smokers from non-smokers, the link completely vanished. So the bladder cancer fear was more about lifestyle overlap than about the coffee itself. Coffee isn't just caffeine, it's a complex mixture of over 1,000 bioactive compounds, antioxidants, polyphenols, deuteraphins, and more. Those compounds play powerful roles in reducing inflammation, oxidative stress, two key factors in cancer development. For example, chlorogenic acid, found abundantly in coffee, helps neutralize free radicals and support DNA repair. That's one reason why moderate coffee drinkers often show lower levels of inflammation markers in their blood. What about acrylamide? No one concerned people often mention acrylamide, a chemical formed when coffee beans are roasted. Acrylamide is considered a potential carcinogen in very high doses, like those found in industrial exposure, not your morning cup. The good news: coffee contains acrylamide at levels far below what's considered risky for human. To put in perspective, you would need to drink hundreds of cups a day to reach a concerning dose, and by the point, caffeine toxicity would get you long before acrylamide ever could. The temperature factor, hot drink risk. Here's one subtle but real risk: temperature. The IARC found that very hot beverages above 65 degrees centigrade can increase the risk of esophageal cancer. That's not specific to coffee, it applies to any liquid consumed at extreme heat, including tea and soups. So, the fix is simple: let your coffee cool for a minute or two before sipping. It's not the coffee itself that's dangerous, it's the burning heat damaging your throat and esophagus. Coffee and pregnancy. Now, a completely different angle: pregnancy. Study shows that excessive caffeine intake during pregnancy may be linked to lower birth weight and preterm birth. The reason: caffeine takes longer to break down in pregnant woman's body, so it can accumulate and cross the placenta. Doctors generally recommended limiting coffee to one small cup a day or avoiding it altogether during pregnancy. This isn't about cancer, but it's an important health caveat to keep in mind. Coffee and hormones. Another interesting topic is how coffee affects hormones. Some research suggests coffee may slightly increase estrogen levels in women, depending on genetic factor and how quickly the body metabolizes caffeine. However, these changes are usually minor and don't appear to increase cancer risk. In fact, for many women, coffee might support healthy liver detoxification, indirectly helping to maintaining balanced hormone levels. Coffee and colorectal cancer. Let's talk about one of the strongest prospective associations, colorectal cancer. Large population studies include data from over 500,000 people show that moderate coffee drinkers have a significantly lower risk of developing colorectal cancer compared to non-drinkers. Scientists think this protection comes from coffee's antioxidant compounds, which reduce DNA damage in colon cells and improve gut motility, helping your body eliminate potential toxins faster. So rather than being a cause of cancer, coffee may actually serve as a natural guard against it. Decaf versus regular coffee. What if you are sensitive to caffeine? Good news, decaf offers nearly the same health benefits as regular coffee, since most of the prospective antioxidants remain intact after decaffeination. So, if caffeine makes you jittery or disrupts your sleep, decaf can be a smart alternative. The key compounds that contribute to potential cancer protection, like chlorogenic acid, are still there. So, how much coffee is considered safe? Most studies suggest 1 to 3 cups per day is linked to the greatest health benefit. That range provides enough antioxidant without pushing your caffeine intake into stress zone. More than 5 to 6 cups a day can lead to increased cortisol, dehydration, and sleep disruption, which indirectly stress your body and may counteract the benefits. Moderation, as always, is key. Coffee add-ons, the hidden danger. Here's where many unknowingly go wrong. It's not the coffee, it's what you add to eat. Sugar-flavored syrups and processed creamers can turn a healthy beverage into a chemical cocktail. Those additives can spike insulin, promote fat storage, and trigger inflammation, the actual process that make the body more prone to cancer and metabolic disease. So if you want coffee's health benefits, keep it simple, black or with a splash of unsweetened almond or coconut milk. Avoid the desert-style coffees that masquerade as health drinks. Coffee and liver protection. Here's another fun fact. Coffee might be liver protective. Numerous studies shows that people who drink 2 to 3 cups daily have a lower risk of liver cirrhosis and liver cancer. The compounds in coffee help reduce to build up in the liver and improve enzyme regulation. That's one reason why moderate coffee drinkers often have healthier liver profiles than those who avoid it altogether. The role of genetics and metabolism. Of course, not anymore process coffee the same way. Some people are slow caffeine metabolizer due to genetic differences in CYP1A2 enzyme. For them, too much coffee can increase stress hormones and reduce blood pressure. So if you feel anxious or get heart palpitations after just 1 cup, listen to your body. Your genetics might prefer less caffeine. It's a reminder that healthy always depends on your individual tolerance. So, does coffee cause cancer? After decades of research, verdict is clear. Coffee does not cause cancer. If anything, it may help reduce the risk of several types, particularly liver and colorectal cancer. The key takeaways are simple. Avoid extremely hot coffee. Keep your intake moderate, 1 to 3 cups daily. Skip sugary add-ons and pay attention to how your body responds. Then enjoy it intelligently. Coffee is more friend than foe. Remember, health isn't about single foods or habits. It's the overall pattern that counts. If your lifestyle supports good sleep, hydration, balanced meal, and movement, your daily cup of coffee fits right in. So don't fear your morning brew. Enjoy it mindfully. Let it cool a bit and savor the antioxidants and energy it provides. Thanks for watching, and if you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and share with anyone still unsure about their coffee habits. See you in the next one.